Hello and thank you for tuning into Pilot Savvy Tech Tuesday. In this video, we're going to perform a maintenance test flight around the pattern at Montgomery. The purpose of it is to test and check the newly installed rudder pedals. My name is Chris. Let's get started. One of the previous videos, I installed the new rudder pedals, but I haven't actually flown with them yet. And we verified that they're recognized in the USB hub. And so what I'm going to do here is just twofold. I'm going to go through the entire checklist, and I know in the past I've kind of skipped over that sometimes, but I want to do it here, the whole thing. So got a printed checklist, and still looking for a authentic DA50 RG checklist. If someone knows where I can get one from, I used the PDF version there that I printed out, and it's kind of, I feel like it can be watered down. So I explained that in the another video. So here, let's go ahead and I'm going to start the checklist. So this is the cockpit preparation. So assume we've done the walk around already. This PDOT covers the truck, remove emergency exit, pin out, fuel valve, normal. Now, cowl flaps closed. Okay, power lever idle. Circulator air. So I don't have a circulator air vent in here, but you know, virtually it exists. And I'm going to put this up so that you can see the process that I'm going through. Flaps up, and I can look in the I'm looking off to my right there, and I'll show you what I see here. Give you a right view, and that's what I'm seeing there. And you can see the right flaps there. There. Okay, gear selector down. Okay, emergency gear extension. PDOT stall heat off. Now that one, that's still not. I have to go back and do that. I'm not flying instruments. I'm not in a freezing condition, so that's not a requirement. Avionics master off. Okay, ESS bus off. Engine master off. Emergency fuel pump off, fuel transfer off, then alternators both on, VADEC auto, breakers. I don't have any breakers, but they will be off. You see virtually they're off on the right side. You're supposed to be able to pull these out. Let me see here. Yeah. So if you can pull these out individually, then definitely should be able to get some breaker switches and link them to the flight sim and allow me to pull these breakers. Now the only thing is I've never pulled the breakers on the aircraft. You could do it on the sim. That's what's cool about the simulator. Anyway, continuing on. ELT arm. So that's this guy here. I had an ELT switch at one time. Electric master on. Okay, turning this master on. Then volts check, so I gotta wait for it to come up. I need to
TOS system test. Okay.
I need to top off my fuel. I'm gonna go ahead and do that. So, a favorite way of doing that: grab my iPad.
TCAS test. Pass.
Put this here where you can see it. See what I'm doing. Little ground options. Fuel. So let's pretend we got some fuel from that truck that pulled up earlier. Jet fuel. I'm gonna go ahead and top off both tanks. Okay, ELT on, electric master on, voltage check. Voltage low voltage. Might not be able to start the engine with that. If not, then there's no problem because I'll hook up the ground power unit. And you do that from the iPad also. I hear that fuel truck. Give me some fuel. What I did here did not prompt the fuel truck. It just came on its own. Fuel quantity check. Okay, is that lights check? Okay. Okay, stall horn warning test. There we go. Stall and gear. Alright. Electric trim, check. And I don't have an electric trim. I have a manual trim. Okay, cowl flaps open. Flaps up. We checked that earlier. Electric master off. And before start, cockpit preparation completed. Passengers briefed. So we're going to go around the pattern at Montgomery. It's a tower airport, so I'll go through as we roll. I'll let you know what we will normally say to controllers. They have doors closed and latched. Power. This is the before start checklist. Power lever, ground idle, parking brake set, gear selector, okay, power lever idle. Actually do these things. Parking brakes set. Parking brakes set. Release. Set again. Okay, making sure that was functioning. Part of what we're doing here while we're going through pressing all the buttons. And gear selector down. Okay, avionics master off. Okay, emergency fuel pump off. Alternators both on. Still check. VADEC auto. Check. Electric master on. Check. Cowl flaps closed. Flaps up. Okay, and wait for the warm up to complete here.
TOS system test. Okay.
And wait on TCAS.
TCAS test. Pass.
Okay, perfect. TCAS pass. Okay, so now we're gonna do this is going to move on to the starting the engine checklist. So strobe and position lights on. So I think we during that check we forgot to check this, so this is a good time to check it. And let me bring this down and show you what they are. So that's these 4 switches at the top of the panel in the middle, those white switches. So I have a console here, so strobe on, and the position light, gonna leave that off there. That's the strobe light is kind of access that they do say strobe and position lights on, so I'm gonna turn them on. Strobe and position lights. So got those going. Alright, and then engine master on. Now we have low power, so we might not get far. Let's try to start this out. Now we're waiting on this glow plug to go away, and that lets you know when it's ready to hit the burner. Here we go. It worked. So what I was concerned about with the voltage being so low, I didn't think that it would have enough juice to turn over the engine, but it did apparently. So let's continue on. Okay, engines, start up, press release, annunciators, looking for annunciators. Only annunciator I see is alerts. And it says you're inside airspace. Yes, we are. We're inside class Delta airspace. And so just hit that again and make it go away. Ground idle. Yep. Still on ground idle. And we move on to the next one. And avionics master on. This brings up the notice the MFD was not on there. That's reserved. Everything that you need is momentarily going to be on the primary flight display until you start up the multi-function display. So we are gonna hit the soft key. You can hit enter or soft key. I like to hit the soft key. So before I do though, this navigation database from Navigraph, it updates, keeps this updated with the latest Jefferson charts and information, approach info. So that's why I love it. One of the reasons I love it. So, and it's global. Yep, global. So, I'm gonna hit the soft key to continue on, and I'm gonna zoom us in, zoom us in. All right, and then I'm also going to go ahead and dial in the runway heading. What is that? Runway 28 there. That's going to be a heading of 284. So that's the runway heading. Just go ahead and dial that in and get it out of the way. Okay, so ground out for 2 minutes and then increase power to 1100 RPM until oil cooling temp comes up. So I'm looking at the oil coolant. The coolant temp is in the yellow still, it's not in the green. So I'm going to go ahead and just ease it up just a little bit. It says 1100. I don't know if we can stand still with the brakes on hold at 1100. I'll try inching it up on purpose. Alright, so we're at 11, it's picking up. Okay, so that's about 1100. It fluctuates. It says till it gets in the green, so we're waiting on the coolant to get in the green. So this is where we're going to go. We're going to work the radio, even though we're not talking to nobody. So we're going to list the ATIS, 126.9. I'm going to listen to that on COM2. Then I'm going to go down to COM2 to listen.
Montgomery Field Information Echo 1715 Zulu. Arriving runways 10 left, 10 right. Departing runways 10 left, 10 right. Wind light and variable. Visibility more than 10 miles. No significant cloud. Temperature 14. Dew point 1. Altimeter 2. Advise on initial contact. You have information echo. Montgomery Field Information Echo 1715 Zulu. Arriving runways 10 left, 10 right. Departing runways 10 left, 10 right. Wind light and variable. Visibility more than 10 miles. No significant cloud. Temperature 14. Dew point 1. Altimeter 2. Advise on initial contact. You have information echo. Montgomery Field Information Echo 1715 Zulu. Arriving runways 10 left, 10 right. Departing runways 10 left, 10 right. Wind light and variable. Visibility more than 10 miles. No significant cloud. Temperature 14. Dew point 1. Altimeter 2. Advise on initial contact. You have information echo.
2992. Alright, so we're reporting 10 opposite way. So here's what I just want to double check. Wind's light and variable. I know that the calm wind runway at Montgomery is runway 28. So gonna ignore ATIS. Well, is that smart? It's light and variable. You can actually use whatever runway you want. I mean, well, you know, you can request it. But I'm gonna be in the pattern, and if they're using that, I'm gonna go by that. Yeah, so let's do this. This will be new for me, different. So we're gonna use that. So looking at the coolant is now in the, it is showing in the green, the coolant temperature. So now I'm gonna bring it back to auto. And traffic pattern is 1,400 feet. We will go here and take off. You know, this is different. Let's go ahead and do that. I'm going to go ahead and do that. Do it that way. So we're going to do our runway 10 right. This is our run-up area. We're here. We're going to go to the hotel, and they will clear us to cross runway 5 because that is an active runway. And so let's go ahead and do this. I will keep the mic. I'll say Montgomery ground, November 821 Papa Sierra. It's at transit ramp with Echo, taxi for touch and goes. And they would come back and they would tell us where, what they want, left, downward, left, or right traffic. So I'm going to pretend they told us to go to taxi to runway 10 10 via hotel taxiway, cross runway 5, because from runway 5 is not used. So if they're able to, they know nothing is going on that runway, they'll clear you to cross it. If not, they'll ask you to hold short of runway 5, and then you get permission before crossing it. So let's continue with the checklist. Taxiing. Okay, brakes, check. So we're going to release the brakes and we're going to check the brakes. So one more thing I'm going to do. One more thing. Change that heading bug. So we're going to change that heading bug from what did we say it was for 284. We're going to change it to 104. That's important. Okay, so heading bug is changed to 104 now. That's the new runway we're going to take off on. Okay, brakes, check. So brakes off. And we're going to move forward. So clear on the left, clear on the right. So left view, that's where we're going. On the right view, clear on the right. Move forward a little bit. First check the rudder pedals. Auto, and hit both brakes. Oh, look at that. This is why I test this out. Okay, got a situation here. Oh. And this is why we're doing the check flight. So far out of the stall, it's not good. So here's what I'm gonna do. So we'll call up tower in there and just ask for delay in taxing. We're gonna ground. My ground November 821 Papa Sierra. It's gonna need a slight delay before taxi. I'll let you know when we're ready to roll. And they'll come back and say, yeah, Roger, Liberty, Voucher, ready to continue. When we're ready to proceed. Alright, so now what am I going to do? This is really good stuff here. So, sometimes when multiple devices are configured, for the same thing, like I have that button programmed for the brakes, it may cancel out the other one. So I'm going here in settings, and we're gonna go up to, I'm gonna hit this button here, and I'm gonna do a quick check on here. Yep, I know what's going on. Just gotta get to that button. There we go. Yeah, I disabled the brake. brake is working. Right. So I'm gonna see if the brakes, right toe brake works now. Yeah, they're working. Yep. So I think what may have happened is when I overrode the toe brake, but pressed the toe brake button before I got the new rudder pedals, I went into a setting and I configured that button on my joystick for a toe brake. So as a result, it canceled out when I plugged in the new pedals without capital guy. I did calibrate them. I'm not sure what happened. Apparently I needed to do it twice.